Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
welcome back to Likewise Pod. I'm Issa.
and I'm Sam, and we're so excited for our episode today, the first official episode of season 5. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, season 5. Literally, this time last year, we weren't even sure there was gonna be a season 4.
No, actually. Wow, that's so sad. Why? I almost broke out in tears, actually. That's really sad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we talked about that, last episode that we thought Likewise died, but then we revived it.
Right. We just realized we were being a little silly and getting lost somewhere that's not the path we needed to be on. And we really did find that in season 4 we got on the path we need to be on, and we're excited to stick on it and also, you know, add some new things along the way. Oh my gosh, my brain is just thinking about the Wizard of Oz right now. For me saying that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna meet more friends along the way, and we're gonna maybe go down different paths. I don't. That sounds so silly, but like
That's so funny.
my brain's going in like so many directions, and the whole idea is just that we're keeping our tried and true that works for us, while also adding, whoa, I can't talk, adding in a little
That's
new.
awkward.
I know, it's so awkward.
When you have a podcast but can't
But you
talk.
can't talk.
LOL at us. Oh my gosh. Well, before we get into, the episode too much. Oh my gosh. Sorry. This is just as awkward. You'd think with us being 4 or 5 seasons in, we'd know how to do this. And I still don't. So, live, laugh, love. Anyway, Sam, Rose and Thorns, what are yours?
Okay, so my thorn is that I've just been like back and forth getting sick, like very on and off. And oh, this also could be part of it. We've had like some stormy conditions. Okay, I wrote down gnarly snow. I don't think I would ever phrase it like that in real life. And the snow wasn't actually that bad, but we were in like a blizzard warning because the wind was so strong. Like for 2 days, like you could hear it. It was so loud. Like I did not go outside because I knew it would hurt. But like Christmas, the wind was so bad and it snowed, and people got stuck in wherever they went for Christmas, and yeah, it was wild. But the roads were taken care of great, which is kind of surprising because last winter the roads were terrible, and so surprising that the day after Christmas they actually like cleared stuff really well. But yes, my rose is that okay. At the end of my 5-star reads video episode, I talked about how I still had like 3 books left on my 10 before the end that I needed to finish, and like maybe some of them would be 5 stars, but I like wasn't sure. And it was so funny. I said, and one of them's a Christmas book, so like I don't know. And then guess what? I read the Christmas book and it was a 5-star read. So it was just funny that I was like, I don't know about that one. And then it ended up being like one of the best books I read this year, Christmas Orphans Club. So good. Really, really recommend it.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Um, Buckle up. I have so much. I literally have 2 notes. One on the Likewise account, and then one on my personal account on the dog. And the one on my personal says more. LOL. Um, but basically, my rose and thorns, like they're all related to one another. So, anyways, my roses is that I've been reading so much to finish my 10 before the end. My thorn about that is like like yesterday I really thought I was going to, but we're recording not in the new year.
Oh, good point.
Whoops. So we'll see how this ends up. But today's the 28th of December, in case you're wondering. And anyway, yeah, so yesterday I really thought I was gonna finish, but now I'm not feeling so sure because I did not really read my book today. But I'm reading my 9th book, so I'm so close. And if you've been listening, you know that I had like 5 books to read when I think the solos came out. I don't know. I had like 4 or 5 to read, but I've been cranking them out. And because I've been reading so much and so fast and like just doing just reading basically the past couple days, I'm feeling a little burnt out. So I'm like not like super motivated to read, but I'm like trying to remember like my goal of finishing my time before the end and trying to get motivated to read. So we'll see. Um, and then another rose is that my brother surprised us and like came home for Christmas. And because like he lives in Arizona right now with a buddy who's going to school down there. My brother's just working and having an experience living somewhere else that's not Seattle area. Um, he's turning 22 in March, so that's why. Anyways, sorry, I just thought you'd need a backstory. Um, Actually, I was the only one in my family who was like fully unaware. So basically, he planned with my mom that like he'd come back on Christmas Eve and stuff, and then my mom told my dad so that he could like move his stuff out of my brother's room so that my brother would have a place to stay. And then my sister was like stalking him on Life 360 because like he told us that he was like going with one of his buddies to his house for Christmas and like maybe he'd like try to find a way up for a couple days afterward. And so he was in Sacramento for a couple days. And my sister saw him at the Sacramento airport. She's like, interesting. And then hours later, she's like, saw him at the SeaTac airport. And she's like, knew it. She didn't tell me. She told like one of our
Oh
family
my
friends, like was showing
goodness.
him. I was like, oh my gosh. And so like he walks in. I'm sitting in my room. My door's open. He walks in. He like I hear like this person's voice. I'm like, what? And like I hear him like say something to my dad. Be like, are you just home, or like, is it just you home, or are other people home? And I hear his voice. I'm like, that is not Josiah's. Like, it was Josiah's voice. My brother. Like that's his voice. But I'm like, he's not here. It's like, what has happened? Like, why am I hearing his voice? So I walk out and I see him. Oh my gosh. I started crying. It was so embarrassing, but also it's like, fine. I cry. Um, but like, I started crying. I was like, this is so annoying that you did this, but whatever. And so my sister's like, oh, I knew it. Blah, 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 blah. I was stalking you on Life 360, all the things, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so it was fun having him for a couple days. But Thorn, he left today. So that's sad, but it was just really nice. Um, Also another thorn is that my time before the end have kind of left me a little disappointed just because like there have been a lot of like 3 stars and like even my 4 stars, I'm like there was so much hype behind these that I thought they were gonna be better, but then they only ended up being
Hmm.
4 stars instead of 5 stars. Um, yeah, but like my last rose, lol. The new year, yay, so much fun. Likewise, season 5, rebrand, new guests, just everything. I'm so excited for season 5 for 2024. Like everything that's in store, and we've got so much planned, and it's gonna be so much fun. And I just know that there's like so many surprises left for us to find out too. So yeah.
No, literally. I'm so excited. Also, your story was so sweet about your brother. That's so wholesome. Um, and okay, literally not in a bad way at all. Just based on facts from when we were starting our time before the ends. I was so convinced that I was going to finish mine and that I'd maybe even finish mine early and that Issa wasn't going to finish hers. Because Issa was also so, like, set on the fact that she didn't think she would even finish hers.
Yeah.
So, like, it was so funny. And I had made pretty good progress on mine. And, like, I still have, like, but I've just been stuck in, like, the same place in mine for a while. Just because, like, want to spend time with people
Yeah.
and not isolate myself reading forever. So I'm like, well, if I barely finish, whatever. But I think I'm gonna finish, okay?
No, Sam, I think you will. I think you will. Like, it also doesn't help you in the fact that, like, you have a full-time job, and so you can't just dedicate literally a whole day to reading the way that I
Right,
can. Because my
right.
part-time jobs, like, all my part-time stuff, not going on right now, but, like, especially the week between Christmas and New Year. So I literally have more time than I ever have.
I think I absolutely like in my brain, I'm like, oh, I have to finish it, or else the 2 books, 3 books, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, maybe 3, or else the 3 books that I read that weren't on my 10 before the end, in the time that I was also reading the books on my 10 before the end, then it's those books' fault. I mean, it's my fault, but it's like I have to finish, or else I'm gonna be really embarrassed that like I didn't finish because I read the same amount of books or even more books than that, but like however many of them were on my list.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh dang.
No, I know. That's how I feel too. Because I think I read like, was it 3 that weren't on my list? I think I read at least 2 that weren't on my list. No, I think it might just be 2 that weren't on my list. But yeah, I'm like, dang, if I would have just like, no, it was 3. Sorry. I read 3 books that were on my list, and I'm like, dang, if I wouldn't have done that, like, I definitely could have finished them. Because Twilight, that's what's really scaring me. I only have like 2 days to read Twilight, really.
Right.
So I'm nervous about that. But I am 25% of the way through. And am I going to restart that? No. Am I just going to have to
No.
remember what happened from when I last picked it up many months ago? Yes.
You know what? You can do it.
I believe in you, Sam. I think, like, of both of us, it's definitely going to be you to finish, but I feel like we'll both finish. Maybe.
Right.
I have more confidence in you.
It's very helpful that we have the weekend. Like,
yeah.
it's so good that the last days of the month are the weekend.
Yeah. It's just Pride and Prejudice is getting you because, like, that's...
It's
like
getting
old,
me so bad.
It's, like, not old English,
it's so good,
but
though.
It's not modern English. So it's just, it's harder to comprehend and understand, but I believe.
I'm also just, like, I'm being impacted by the way this book is printed. It's, like, bold. Like, the text is bold, but really close together, and, like, no margins. So, like, I have to, like, hold the... I have to hold the pages so specifically to read them.
Oh,
That's why it really helps to listen to the audiobook while I'm reading the page. So...
yeah.
But it's really good. I really like it. I'm pretty far into it. Like, it says I'm only, like, 58%, but... Which is kind of true, but I only have, like, 100 pages left, so...
Yeah.
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 Anyways, if you want to, like, hear more about reading, because, we always talk about it too much at the beginning of episodes, but our next episode is actually going to be fully dedicated to books and a little bigger picture of, like, wrapping up 2023 reading while looking forward to the things we have in mind or, like, our hopes and our goals for reading in 2024. So, come back for the next episode for that.
Yes. Oh, so excited. And, speaking of next episode and what's to come in 2024, this whole episode is about what's to come in 2024. Reset for the new year. New year. Same us.
Yeah, if you don't follow us on Instagram, which you definitely go should, at Likewise_pod, you would know by now, from all our posting, that, like, we are very much New Year's same us people. And we've talked about it on the pod before. Like, we aren't really resolution type people, which recently I discovered is really silly because we create goals, like, for the new season, which, I mean, are different. Those are just goals. But, like, it's almost like resolutions a little bit sometimes because, like, they just happen to fall in line with the new year, and we are thinking of those goals, like, as a whole for a whole year. So it's like, oh, I guess they could be resolutions, but they're not.
Yeah. We're just not New Year's resolution kind of girls because why make a resolution to start at the new year when you could just start it now? Like, it's so annoying to me when people are like, oh, I've got 3 weeks before the new year. I'll still continue this bad habit until then. Like, no. Cutting something off cold turkey is so much harder than waning it down, like, little by little. Like, hello? You could, like, do cold turkey before the new year so then you're already in the habit at the new year. Because that's why so many New Year's resolutions fail. It's because people, like, go about things the wrong way. They're like, oh, I can do it. I can do it. But then they're like, oh, I can't do it. Anyways. Just my thoughts.
Yeah. I feel like resolutions just always have, like, a negative vibe around them. And in general, like, the idea of, like, prioritizing, like, having more consistent habits to, like, build on your goals is a more positive outlook than, like, a resolution, which, like, in a way, like, I feel like the thing around resolutions is, like, you are almost, like, expected to be like setting yourself up to fail. Like that's always how I've seen them growing up, but that was always like the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you just knew you weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, in my family is also like we've never been ones to like make New Year's resolutions. I think probably just because like my parents are very much of the same belief. Like, why are you saying that you're gonna start something in a couple weeks when you could just do it now? It's like you're just putting off the inevitable. So why not just do it now if you know you're gonna do it?
Yeah, there was also just like a lot of years that like New Year's resolutions became just like super linked with like diet culture and like extreme fitness things that like it really just became something that's like not for everyone, not friendly to everyone, and not necessarily always healthy. So I think, you know, just thinking about your goals in a different way sometimes might just be better for you.
Yeah.
Than a resolution.
Yeah.
So yeah. So no resolutions from us, but we do have like new updates, new things coming, and definitely some new goals for the new year.
Yeah. So basically, in case you haven't heard enough, which we haven't actually said it very much. I think it was said once or twice, but welcome to Likewise SZN5. We're so excited. We've been so stoked for this for so many months. And by so many months, I mean like 2 or 3. But literally, we've been planning and plotting and scheming behind the scenes. And we have just so badly wanted to like drop this rebrand. We wanted to just like do all the things that we're doing with season 5 back in like, I don't even know, November and a half, December, when we like kind of...
Thank goodness we had Podmas.
Yeah, no, actually, like, I think we probably would have, like, spilled the beans, like, way early, and not just spilled the beans, but, like, done everything way early, and we would have been so unprepared, but I feel so prepared, I feel so good about it, and I'm just so excited.
Same. Oh my goodness. I also totally forgot about, like, some of the inspo behind some of what's in this episode. I kind of got a long time ago from Goes Without Saying podcast, because they did an episode that was just called like Emotional Reset, and so then that had me just thinking about like resetting for the new year, which in a way we always do that with the podcast because we decide like, hey, we're resetting in a way, like rebranding and like taking a step back and reflecting type things, and kind of thinking of our like new year reset kind of like a Sunday reset, but you know, ringing in new year, new season, new year, same us. So yeah, we're kind of like doing our own little spin on like the whole idea of like a reset in a way.
Yeah,
it feels very clean slate of us.
It really does. It reminds me of starting Outcast.
No, actually, especially whenever I use colors I stole from Outcast.
Okay, so in this episode, okay, actually, also when I said we feel so prepared, and if we would have done this a couple months ago when we really wanted to, we would have been like so unprepared and not ready for like what's to come. I was like, that was us with Outcast, but then look where that turned. But anyways,
Likewise would have actually died.
Yeah, no, it probably wouldn't have. But we just would have been like trying to figure out everything along the way. But like Sam came up, like she made this whole presentation of a rebrand, and like so this episode we're gonna give you a little BTS behind the scenes of Likewise 5 rebrand, and like it's so much. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I want to post everything, but then I'm like, no, we can't let everyone into our secrets.
Right, we can't like fully spill like the secrets of our structure.
Yeah, yeah. but
we can show things for sure. So exciting. We've been wanting to do it for so long, mainly because like, not that we're tired of, but we were like slightly tired of our old stuff, especially because we weren't like using our old elements like
Mm-hmm.
as like a consistent brand image. Like we'd use like the font here and there, but anytime we made something, we just kind of like made what we liked. And obviously we'll still do that because I do think it's fun to like use the fonts you want for like creating new fun innovative content. But at the end of the day, like you should have like a very consistent brand image. Like brand recognition is super important, and having like that overarching constant is going to be nice for us. We've talked about it before, but like our
You can
old
still see it on
graphic
like
that
old
was like our
pod
pod cover, our
episodes.
profile
Fun
pic,
fact.
everything. We, yeah, we just like were running into like, not that people were copying us by any means, because I could see
Mm-hmm.
how very easily this like exact vibe could get made, because it's like a style of font that was very popular, but like I just became so good at recognizing it. I like everywhere it was used, like always like other podcasts were popping up and like the recommended to follow, and they used the same font. And
And on the Alani can.
yeah, the Alani, watch out. Because obviously I'm like, this is a free font, it's a popular font, I guess. It was not popular when we picked it. But just that, and then like obviously checkers are popular. We did not invent the
Mm-hmm.
checkers being on our thing, but it was just like we felt like it wasn't very like unique of us to have something that clearly was like also kind of the idea of what so many other people were using. We're like,
Yeah.
we can be more unique than that. But
It didn't feel likewise to be the same as like everyone else's, which is fine. Like, some things like it's okay for
yeah,
us to be like the same as everyone else. Like so many of our topics, so much of what we're doing, like it's very similar or the same as like other people. But Sam actually posted a TikTok today of a little story time of how Likewise started, and it was so funny. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. But basically, like the name Likewise, our friend group would kind of make fun of Issa for saying likewise instead of like, oh yeah, you too, because people say like, oh yeah, have a good day. I would say likewise, instead of you too, because it's different. It's what people like sticks out to people, and they're like, oh, likewise, interesting, ha ha ha. But like, and they wouldn't make fun of me for being like, oh my gosh, idiot. Likewise, that's a big word. Just say you too. Like they just be like, ha ha ha, Issa's there again. So quirky, so funny. And then Sam's like,
right.
but actually, it got stuck in my head. I was like, this was my favorite part of the whole video. When Sam says, sorry. Okay, what if we take that from being your thing and that could be our thing? I laughed so hard just sitting in my bed watching this, hearing that in 2 times speed too, of all things. And I was like, our thing, that's hilarious, but also like it is our thing now. And so that's where likewise comes
Right.
from. And we haven't like used it very much. I mean, we have it in our outro, like, and likewise to you all, ha ha ha, so fun, love it. But we haven't actually like used the definition or like used likewise as very much. And so just okay, sorry, so much backstory for like the simple point of saying like we want it to be different, but and like something that'll like stick in people's heads. We want it to like stand out to people and have them like think about it. So if our cover photo, like the first impression, the first thing that people will notice about likewise is so similar to like other people's, it's not going to stick out, it's not going to be something that people will remember. So long story to say that.
Also, our old branding, like, it's giving nothing.
It
It's
has
telling you
sparkles.
nothing, like, about us in a way. Like, it's cute. And it was great. She lived her time. It has sparkles, for sure. But, like, it, thinking about it, like, popping up on, like, somebody's Spotify homepage, or, like, they go to the podcast tab or whatever, and it's, like, recommended from whatever else they listen to. What makes them want to click on it and, like, see
Mm-hmm.
more? Especially if like, what if they have like no interest in the topic of the episode of the week, whatever. But it's just like, that doesn't tell them anything about us, anything about our podcast. It's just like looks cute and trendy, and it just doesn't feel like it actually fits the vibe of what we do and what we talk about. So we just kind of were like, we are craving having something more uh
In full
authentic to
transparency, the day
our
that we're
brand.
recording this, we have not actually figured out our cover photo.
Oh my gosh, we're going
And
through it.
we're talking about, we're like, we have so many good, and
We're
honestly,
in the
okay,
trenches.
don't know if this is how it's gonna end up, but I feel like it could. Like, inspiration's gonna strike at like random time. Just watch. Middle of the night, I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh my gosh, that's it. I'll be like, I'll do it later. But no, I need to hold myself to it. Like, if I do wake up in the middle of the night, be like inspired, I just need to do it.
Right.
We're thinking about doing something kind of like a tour poster, like a concert tour poster for our cover, because, you know, that's some, well, maybe you don't know, but concerts, one of mine and Sam's love languages. We love a good live experience, and so we feel like that would be very likewise. Or maybe it's something totally different. And like, we've been very into like scrapbook looking feel vibe thing lately, if you've noticed our on our Instagram at likewise_pod. Um, and so maybe we'll use that. Maybe it'll be something totally different. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm like nervous that I don't know. But yeah, I just know that like it'll be so good. That's all I know at this point.
Right. Yeah. So our big thing, we tested a little bit with 12 Days Podmas, where like the picture, like we did the specific Podmas cover photo for those episodes. And that's a little different from our old one because it was an actual picture of us that like obviously had text on it and whatnot. But we were like, dang, this makes us want to have our cover photo like actually have us on it, because we want like people's first impression of us to like really represent us, like we should be on it. And that's throwing us for a loop, because before it was like, oh, we get to just design a new logo with like whatever font we want, and it was like very much like from a logo standpoint. But now it's like, wait, it doesn't have to be a logo, like this is our cover photo, like this is like our basically our profile picture on streaming platforms.
Yeah, this is our dating profile.
That's some of our thoughts on that. We're really excited to see what we end up deciding on. We've made so many, like, and we've been making them for so long, but just like nothing feels right. And it's really annoying.
Maybe we'll post some of our rejects.
Right. Yeah, because like, well, the best ones.
I wish we still had the crime scene one. That would have been
I
funny.
know, I wish I didn't just like change it right away to make it better. You had such a good point there. It looked like
It was really funny. Like, it was cute, but well, it was cute in a way that true crime can be cute.
Right.
But it was so funny. I commented on it. I was like, this is cute, but it looks like a true crime pod. She goes, ha ha ha. It's the paint splatter.
Just like responding right away in Canva comments.
So fun.
That was a new experience.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's just a little bit of our rebrand behind the scenes. I don't really know what else to say about it, other because we don't actually have our cover photo picked out.
Right. I think big points are we are updating our fonts, our colors, but also like some of the colors are still the same. You know, you can't just like abandon your whole brand, but like, you know, just a refresh.
Yeah.
So we have some new colors, new fonts, new just like guiding principles, like key ideas. We kind of have like a motto, and we will share that, you know, later, I guess. But it's kind of fun. Well, we thought it was fun. We really don't mean it in a negative way. We just thought it was silly goofy.
Oh, yeah. And also something fun about, well, honestly, kind of just about our colors, because everything else, it's just us. But if you've been listening, you'll know the Likewise lore, and you'll know some guests and the names of some of our colors have to do with some topics or people. Yep.
Right. Or some topics or people. Yep. Interests.
Oh yeah, that too. I don't know. I think they're
Just
I
our
think they're
favorite
so
things.
fun.
context, like, it is so fun. It's very personal. Like, the color names are near and dear to us.
Yes. Man, I kind of miss Outcast just for the color names because those ones were good too. But I like the Likewise color names more.
Oh, me too. So much more. Oh my gosh. Also, I totally took us away from talking about this because we went back and started talking about the name Likewise, and we like didn't finish talking about it because we like explained why we picked it, but also like we also said like we never like did anything more with it than just like put it in the outro.
Oh, right.
Wait, but we didn't fully talk about the definition. I remember we like mentioned the definition, but we didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, right. Sorry,
I feel like that happened.
My bad. That is on me.
You were like, I took us there.
Yep.
And let it go.
A new year, same us, still chaotic. It's so fun.
No, and then me right now, I was like, wait, maybe we did talk about it, and I just remember it wrong. No, we have talked about it.
So you want to talk about it, or?
Yes. Okay. So anyways, I just hopped on Google, did a little search. There's actually more definitions, but I like this one the best.
Me too.
So, yeah, straight from the dictionary. Likewise is an adverb, and it means in the same way. That's so cool. Like, that's really the whole point. Like, there's so many ways you can use it. So, like, obviously, think of me and Issa. We have so many shared interests and favorites and likes or whatever, but it's also really exciting that we have, like, so many different things, too. But we come on here and we talk about things and, we go back and forth, whatever. And we're usually talking about the things that we share. Or at least sharing conversation. So yeah, I don't know. It's just like the whole idea of like relating and sharing and like also, I don't know, wanting the same things like for people. I think that's where like I think of it the most is like, obviously like if somebody says like, have a good day, and you say, oh, thank you, likewise. Like, that means like, oh, as much as like they're telling you to have a good day, oh yeah, right back at you. Uno reverse. We want you to have a good day too. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so fun, and I cannot believe that it's taken us like 3.5 years or whatever. Yeah, 3.5 years to like actually do anything with the definition of likewise.
Right. We never gave the definition ever.
We've never even looked it up until thinking about this rebrand. But like we knew what it meant. Yeah. Yeah.
I just started a likewise count, like as I'm reading books, and in my notes, I'm putting down, like, I'm keeping track of the number of times likewise is used in a book, because when I was on, like, my Kindle, I would highlight if it was in a book. Guys, I'm at, like, 10 in Pride and Prejudice.
That's, okay, you know what, that makes sense.
And sometimes it has me questioning the meaning of the word, because sometimes I'm like, I know it's being used right, obviously, but sometimes it's just like, oh, I never thought to, like, insert the word in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Or like to like put it in a sentence at that point. It's very interesting.
No, it's like it's actually such a frick.
It is like an older
It's like such a useful word.
It is such a useful word. Oh, like and them too? Oh. Likewise. It's like, oh, she was doing this and like them.
And likewise, he was.
Too, likewise. And likewise, he was too. Oh my god, crazy. Yeah. It's a very interesting word.
Yeah.
I love seeing it used.
I know, me too. I need to use it more. I mean, I only say it when someone says something to me. I'm like, oh yeah, likewise. But I want to use it.
I never say it. I use likewise the proper noun. All the time.
I never use it. Likewise the proper noun.
Oh really? I'm just like, I'm always proper noun dropping likewise. Like I'm always just like, oh yeah, I'm working on likewise things, I'm doing likewise, I'm whatever.
No, Sam, I feel like we've talked about this enough
like
for you to know that I'm absolutely never doing that.
Okay. That's so funny. Okay.
I
Yeah.
need to, but I just get so scared. People are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you
Well, I
have a
mean, if I'm
podcast,"
like,
and then I'll have to tell them about it.
yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I guess if I'm like speaking about it in public, like, or like to people at work, I'm just saying like, oh, I'm doing stuff for like the podcast, my podcast. I'm never saying likewise. But like, if I'm at home, I'll say likewise.
Oh yeah, no. At home, I just say like, "Oh yeah, Sam and I are recording," or "Oh yeah, I've got stuff for the podcast. I'm doing podcast stuff." But like out in public, I never talk about the podcast at all.
Right.
Because again, then I'd have to tell people that I have a podcast. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Right. You know what? Sometimes we just gotta keep that to ourselves.
Maybe I will make a resolution. Talk about likewise. No. I mean, I'll try to talk about likewise. I'll try to get more comfortable with it, but we'll see. Anyways, so what's our content looking like for the future? Sorry. I just
Oh, yes. Okay, this is actually really important.
yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah, this is something we've talked about a lot. So,
Whether you've been liking or loving or hating or neutral about the book content lately, please listen. This is very important.
yeah, no, for real. We know most people love it.
This
But
feels so
you never
life
know,
and
because
death.
obviously, yes, it does.
But it's literally
We're
not
being
that serious.
so dramatic.
It's not that serious.
Okay, yes. So obviously, we've really amped up, increased the book content, and we've really loved doing that. And, you know, we loved it so much that we're like, wow, this feels like we're kind of like finding our niche, like we're finding our right audience, we're connecting with the right people and making the right friends. And it's just been so amazing. And we're really looking forward to doing more with that. But we ensure that we will not talk about books all the time. Like, we are not becoming exclusively a book podcast, like, as much as like I like posting things being like, oh yeah, like we're a bookish podcast. Like, we are also still at the end of the day, like, have and always will be a lifestyle podcast. And that's just like super important to us to like remain, you know, with that. And also, because reading is still such like a new hobby for the both of us. Like, we have not been reading this many books our whole life, and like as a hobby. And so we also want to keep it that way and make sure we're still having fun reading. Like, we don't want to turn reading into like a chore for the podcast, because we have so many other topics we like to talk about. Because, like, you know, we like to say like we're media lovers, and like we like talking about our opinions and thoughts on media. We love music, we like movies, I guess.
Music.
You know, we just like content.
Yeah.
So we like to talk about all types of media and content, talk about it with each other, with you guys, and we don't want to just like put ourselves in a box.
Yeah, and like with that, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I'm getting kind of burnt out from reading just from going so hard my time before the end. And so like if that's what it feels like with something that I challenge myself to do like for fun, I cannot imagine trying to do that like all year and being just like a total book podcast. Would you know it, like right now it sounds so fun, but I know like in 2 or 3 weeks of doing just book stuff, I'd be like over it.
Like, we'll be like, I miss, like, I want to do this topic, but like, how do we make it about books? Or like, which, I mean, you could probably make every topic about it, but it's like, do we want to do that? Like, not really.
Right.
Like, we still want to just like make our regular content, like the things that like we feel like are our bread and butter.
Yeah, and like we're still 220 somethings. We're still very much lifestyle stuff, and like relatability is so important to us. And like we know not everyone loves reading. We know not everyone is like super into books. And so we want to keep that relatability component, because that's always been like a big thing for us, because that's what we look for in the podcast we listen to, is the relatability. If something's not super relatable, how interesting and engaging is it for us to really listen to and pay attention to and like want to keep up with, right? And so yeah, that's where our heads are at with it. Of course, any and all of this could change, but I don't foresee it changing so drastically.
Right. Like, it's so fun to just be like invested in our lives and like what's going on in life. What are these like topics we're deciding to talk about, like, that are pertinent to us. Like, what, like friendship breakups. Oh my gosh, like, that's so fun to talk about. I mean, it's not fun to experience, but it's so fun to talk about. And like navigating post-grad life, like, these are the things that are like rent-free in our heads all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what else is rent-free in our heads? Like book characters also. So like it's just fun that we can like balance it and talk about all those things and not just like pick one.
Yeah.
Because we can't. Like, we can be both. We don't want to be just one.
Yeah. Like, honestly, most of the episodes we have planned for this year, like, we have a lot. We have, like, the next, like, 2 or 3 months planned out, which is so funny. And, like, we also do have a fun little, another project planned out. So next week's episode about books, that, and then maybe our fun little project, like, that, those are the only book things we have planned. Whereas, like, all the rest of the content we have planned, like, the next 2 months planned out, literally anything but books. So let it be known. Which, like, we love
very intentional.
Yeah. No, so it's so intentional. And yeah, like Sam was saying, like, we love media, we love content, and we want to do things that have to do with like all the things we love. And so yeah, we can put ourselves in a book box, and like sometimes we'll do that, but other times we want to put ourselves in a music box. Other times we want to put ourselves in I don't know, post-grad box, like just all the things, anything under the sun that we want to do. That's what we want to do.
Like, we could be just like your favorite booktuber who also has like a vlog channel or like makes regular life videos on top of book videos, you know? Like, don't need to just stick to just that, but we do love books, and like even in episodes where they're not book related, like
we'll find a way to talk about books.
Happen that like, yeah, like we have been for months, and it might be part of our roses and thorns, or we'll randomly think about something and want to talk about it. So
yeah. And I don't know if we actually ever used it maybe we used it for the first season of Likewise, but we used to say like, welcome to Likewise, where we talk about whatever we want or whatever, you know, like we might not say that anymore, but we think it every single time, and that is gonna always be one of Likewise's mottos. Is it's about whatever we want, because it's about whatever we want.
Yeah, no, exactly, it is about whatever we want.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about that, but sorry, we spent like so long on just like that one little point, but
we were very dramatic.
But I think it's good that we did address it, because I feel like if I were to be listening and not like super into books, even if I was just like a small reader, you know, and not like super into books like I am right now, I'd be like, okay, I've had enough of this. When are we getting into like other content, or is it just always going to be books, you know? So we want to address it. We want to talk about it, and let you know that like, yes, book content is staying, but it's not going to be every time. But yeah, and so something else that we're looking to do in the future is like increasing interactive efforts. Like last season we started using more like Instagram polls and questions and like Q&As, and then also posting on the close friends story. Again, if you want to be on it, just DM us. Fun. Let us know that you want to be on it. If you want to be taken off, sad to see you go, but also I get it, we kind of post on there a lot. It's so funny. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we're excited to keep up with those kinds of things and just, I don't know, be more personable from our account. And we hope that like it always feels like so personable, like you can just like DM us and like we're just all friends, because we are all friends. But yeah, we want to like keep that up, but also be better about it. So yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, speaking of interactive things, I thought of this because we did this after we planned out the notes for this episode, but like Threads.
Oh my gosh. Threads.
It's so fun.
It is so fun, actually. I can't believe it took us so long to join it.
Yeah, well, I just like, I don't know, because like before, like I never had the desire to like be on, I never like really used Twitter. I had Twitter, but like then especially like once it became X, I'm like, man, I don't really use Twitter.
Yeah, it's true, she doesn't.
So I never really had I would go on like every couple months and be like, I wonder if I have any DMs.
She doesn't see what I send her for days or weeks or months. So I just text him now. So I just like kind of like never really had the thought to like put Likewise on something like Twitter, but like Threads is so different. And it's like so fun because like where it's like connected to Instagram, like
but you can grow like a community on there separately and find it's so fun to like find new people on there. I just like have been finding so many people whose like Instagram pages I probably wouldn't have found for so much longer. So
Threads has been so much fun, and the algorithm is so different from Instagram, even though it's literally by Instagram, by Meta, so it's the same thing. But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm excited for it to do more of it.
yeah, no, that was really fun. All right, so more of what we came here for.
Right.
Our
Sorry.
reset. No, it's okay. Everything was so on topic though. Like this is what it's about. Whatever we want.
True, but we do have a script.
But sorry,
JK.
sorry if you clicked on this thinking you were gonna get our reset things at the beginning.
Yeah, we don't do that. Sorry. Sorry to all the
No.
people who think we're gonna be talking about our topic, like what the episode says we're
At the
talking about
beginning?
from the beginning to the very end, and then you're just met with absolute chaos. Welcome to Likewise,
Welcome to Likewise.
especially when we're talking for
Alright.
hours on end, and you're like, no,
Yeah,
I just
for
want it to
real.
be 20 minutes.
Yeah. So, our reset. What do we like to do to reset? Isa, what are your little reset activities?
I wrote mine after Sam, so the very first one, Sam also has. Spoiler, sorry, not to steal your thunder. But I really do love me a good everything shower, you know? Just washing everything, shaving, standing under the hot water for a while. Honestly, my showers aren't super long. I take like maybe 10-minute showers, but then in an everything shower,
Same.
I let myself have like a luxury like 20-minute shower or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just that's so nice. It makes me feel so good. I'm like, ah, nice. Oh my gosh, and then putting on like fluffy pajamas afterward. Oh, the best feeling ever. And like sitting cozy in bed. So fun. Also, this one sounds really funny, but like I also really love to like just doom scroll. But like sometimes it does give me inspo, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I could do this. And I don't know, like just like some trends that we see, they're so fun. Like the cakes, that was so fun to do. I'm like just all of a sudden, I was like, why haven't we done the cake trend yet?
It's so funny because I'd been thinking about it for weeks and I kept mentioning it like to Zeke. I'm like, I love this cake trend. Why did I never be like, I want to do this?
No, I know. I've been seeing it for weeks, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Wow, how fun. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So fun. Wow. Why did I never think, oh my gosh, likewise, cakes? I think it's because we had so much content planned that I just was like,
Yeah,
Sam's got it.
whatever.
But yeah, yeah, I mean, I know doom scrolling, not great, not fun, but also it's so fun, and, you know, it gives you inspo sometimes when you need it most, and that's what I'm hoping will happen with our pod cover.
Yo, same.
But also, yeah, right now, reading, of course, hanging out with friends, talking to friends about common things, and, you know, right now that's books. Like, I had a reading party with a couple friends, like, on my birthday. I just went over to a friend's apartment, and we read. And we were all reading the same series, but I was on, like, the first book, and then another friend was on the second book, and then my other friend was on, like, the fifth book. And so it was just so funny. And then also like talking to Sam about books or talking to Sam about like music or literally anything, just like doing likewise. It really does feel so therapeutic for me because because right now I'm like, shoot, I really need to read, but I have to record the podcast. Oh my gosh. And then I have to edit the podcast and oh my gosh, blah, 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 all the things. And it's like, yeah, I've got all that stuff on my mind, but at the same time, it's like, no, this is so nice to just be taking a break. And so it does feel like a reset for me doing likewise stuff.
Yeah, it like charges up the battery a little bit.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, well, my first one was an everything shower. Which is so funny because I feel like most days, like especially like weekdays, oh my gosh, I just like I'm one of those people who just like I dread showering, and like
Same.
I'm also like a night shower person, and so like
Same.
a lot of days like it does make me feel good, but like I also dread it, and I don't know if it's because like I'm hardwired to be like super productive and I feel like it's like taking away from my productivity, or like oh, I just want to like lay here and be lazy. I don't want to like go do this. I don't know what it is, but I really dread it. But when I want to reset, I have to start it off with like an everything shower. I just have to, yeah. Ooh, a bathroom deep clean. I've been really enjoying this recently. Like, and by deep clean, I mean like when you go like in your organizers and like your makeup and you like throw out stuff that's like really old, or like you just like really like declutter on top of like, you know, actually getting things clean. So highly recommend. Oh, like cleaning makeup brushes, you know, all that stuff that you like never do that you like should do more often. You think that in your head, and then it feels really good after you do it.
Yeah.
Meal planning, this is like a weekly thing. On Sundays I grocery shop, but before I grocery shop, Zeke and I have like a little collab notes that we pick each day of the week. We pick what we want to make for like dinner that day, and we like write it all down, and then we have like a separate column that has like the days and the ingredients we need to buy for that day. And so then as I'm in the grocery store, my job is list and don't grab the cart. Zeke's job, push the cart. It's very structured.
I love that. Good job.
But yeah, it just like it sets me up for success. I love meal planning. Highly recommend like creating a routine like that.
That's
because
so good.
it's something that's really hard to like keep up
talk
with
to my
and
mom about
actually
doing
do
that.
and motivate yourself to do. Yeah. It's so fun. Because then like during the week, like we're never stressed about like missing what we need for dinner. So it's awesome. Oh, and then just like creating something new. I meant to put reading on this list too.
Fake.
But I think I didn't because I was feeling very drained from reading. But yeah, just like doing anything to like create, especially if I feel like I need to reset or like I'm lacking inspo, like I just try doing the silliest things, create something that like I'm never gonna use, or you know, just like doing something new. We thought for like our last kind of point of this episode, since we've shared like what we like to do to reset, we've also shared like a little bit into our creative thinking for our changes we're making for this season. We wanted to also share just like some little tidbits of advice, like some wisdom from us to you, and just, you know, some little things we kind of want to remember for this year that we think you guys would benefit from too. And honestly, the first one kind of goes with like what I was saying, because I kept saying like routine. But like I think my biggest advice, this is like the most random sentence I wrote down. Like I did not find this anywhere. This like was straight from my brain. I just put like to be open to trial and error when navigating routine making in this time of life. Like especially if you're like us and you're just like a little post-grad 20-something, like you can get discouraged really easily like trying to make routines, and so you just kind of need to be open to trial and error, because that's the only way you're going to find what works best for you.
Yeah. And if you're anything like me, type 3 achiever, that's not the most fun thing in the world, because you just like to be good at stuff immediately and not have to worry about not being good. But it's so important, and especially having the pod and doing so many things with it, like especially this year, and trying so many new things, it's been a very trying time. But it's been so beneficial and exactly what we needed when we needed it. So yeah, definitely be open to trial and error when navigating routine making in this time of life. The next one we have it goes with, honestly, I feel like this probably will be the motto of season 5 of 2024, just because it's so fun. And also, I don't know, I just feel like we set it up this like in a way, I don't know, like we made our own luck. We did this to, like we said, anyways,
Right.
I don't know how to say it. Anyway, okay, you cannot change the cards you're dealt, just the way you play the hand. basically, that's just another way of saying that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it all, which I have been a firm believer for so long, and it's just always helped me like remember like okay, I yes, fun fact if you didn't know, I'm a control freak. I love being in control. I love knowing everything that's going to happen. I love all the things. Maybe that's why I like spoilers, because I like knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Wow. Learning so much about myself right now. But I, yeah, I like being in control. And when I'm not in control, I feel so um, disoriented. I feel like everything is crashing and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But remembering this, it's like, I'm not always going to be in control, but the only thing, at the end of the day, the only thing I can't control is how I react to things that happen. So, hopefully that helps, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
No, that's so true. I like the way you said it because earlier, we were trying to like say this whole thing because like with our rebrand, like we had this whole thing where like this year we're playing the hand we're dealt, and like to us it makes sense. Like this saying, it just like it feels right to us, it makes sense to us, but we realized like using it without context and like without explaining it, it kind of sounds so negative that we're just being like, oh, we're like just playing the hand we're dealt. It sounds so negative, but it can be a positive thing too. Like or like to show that like we're gonna approach like all situations in life with that same outlook, that same mindset. Okay, actually at Zeke's graduation, this guy gave a speech about basically the same kind of thing. Like you can't control what happens to you, but like controlling your reaction and like your outlook on it. But he like explained it with like a metaphor of like riding a bike with like you're gonna have tailwinds and you're gonna have headwinds, like having like things propelling you forward and also things pushing you back in life, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how biking works. No.
Yeah, I was like, you
like,
lost me at the bike.
Right. It's just like, you know, that whole idea. So that's like kind of our big motivational thing for us this year because it feels right to us and just fits the energy, but we don't want anybody to think it's supposed to be negative because
also it goes with our little Likewise photo shoot where we had like cards and
right.
dice, so that's also why we love it. But yeah,
right, it just like fits the aesthetic.
We realized today that it sounds like it could be negative, but it's not negative.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, the next one, kind of similar energy. It's just because you don't see any clouds doesn't mean the sky's empty. Which, like, sometimes, yeah, you gotta remind yourself of that. Like, maybe your post didn't get very much engagement, and you're like, ugh, disappointed or something. Well, just because, you know, you're not seeing, like, the love on it or, like, people aren't interacting with it a lot doesn't mean that, like, you don't have people supporting you.
Oh.
That's how I, like, that was, like, the first thing that came to my mind, how I applied it to life, was just, like, you know, like, sometimes, like, content doesn't, like, perform well, or, like, sometimes, like, you don't see that.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean it's not there.
I was very confused about this because, like, the only metaphor, like, usually clouds and metaphors are a bad thing, and so I was very confused. I was like, why is she talking about this?
I don't know, I just saw it on Pinterest and I was like, that's good. But it reminded me of our cliche episode.
That's what I was thinking this whole time. When I read these, I was like, this sounds like the cliche episode.
Yes.
But that's so funny. Okay, next one we have is real growth is being more of yourself. And that honestly could not be more true of Likewise. Like, we have seen the most growth in 2023 in season 4 than we have ever before. Which, you know, it does make sense because every year that we do it, we're just going to get better. We're just going to, like, grow more. We're just going to blah, blah, all the things. Like, even in 2022, season 3, when we had 6 episodes come out, like, we still saw growth. But in every season, we do what we feel is best for us, and we do what we think is most authentic and genuine to us at that time. But 2023, for me at least, like, has felt the most genuine and, like, the most Likewise, the most Sam, the most Issa. Like, the most us as individuals, the most us like together in this partnership than it ever has before. And that is when we saw so much growth. And like not just by numbers, but in our personal lives, in our quote professional lives as podcasters. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I like that. I think it's so fun, and I'm just excited to keep going.
Yes, so true. Okay, this next one says it's probably not going to happen all at once. You have to be patient. Love that. So true. As we've learned over our many of years. Like Issa said, you know, just slowly over time we've seen growth. And sometimes, you know, it's easy to like just have big dreams and high expectations for like whatever you're gonna do. Like you think the next thing you do is gonna be the most revolutionary thing. But like sometimes you gotta like slow yourself down and remind yourself like, hey, it's not gonna all happen at once.
Yeah, dang, if only. Then we'd be rich by now. Dear Media would be begging on our doorsteps.
On our doors. You're so right.
Man, but yeah. No, it's patience is not a virtue that I have just naturally, and I wish it was, but here we are. LOL. Okay, the next one is you'll get out of it whatever you put into it. Whatever it is for you. For us, I mean, just with podcasts, for example, like 2022, we didn't put very much into it. And we didn't get very much out of it. I mean, we got a lot out of it.
Right.
Because we're like, that's what we can't do. We can't say, we're coming back. Right. And then come back for 2 episodes and leave. And then say, we're coming back again. And then leave again. But, yeah. And then, you know, 2023, again. We put so much work, we put so much effort into it, and we got so much out of it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. All right, the last one is be willing to try something before you totally write it off. And I will let you explain more about this, because this relates back to when we started Likewise.
Yeah, honestly, this is... I mean, if you haven't already, go watch Sam's TikTok, and then you'll get, like, the whole lowdown on how Likewise started. Well, or, like, most of it, at least. Right. Like, the backstory. The origin story of Likewise. You'll get that. But honestly, this is how I got roped into it, is being willing to try something before totally writing it off, because I was not into podcasts. Sam told me, she's like, oh my gosh, Issa, I think you would like Call Me Candid. It's by like Haley Pham and Lillian. I was like, don't know who those people are, but okay. Like, I'll try it, I guess. But I'm not into podcasts. Like, I don't see the point of listening to people's conversations. Maybe not like don't see the point, but I'm like, I'm not like an auditory person. Like, I don't learn by listening. I can't pay attention to something if I'm not watching it. Like, all the things, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever. And we recorded that fateful first episode of Likewise in Sam's sorority room, Palace. And it was awful. And you know what?
So bad.
Imagine we're like, wow, this sucked. Never again. Cool. Great idea. But was not great in reality. We would never be here. But we gave it a real try, and here we are. Still totally loving it. Even though I don't talk about it in public, I love it.
Right. We talk about it online, so...
Yeah, and that's what matters.
Which, you know what? Sometimes I'm like, wait, I have more, like, reach and visibility, even with little I have, but, like, I don't know, I feel like I actually... you know, make more of an imprint sometimes talking about it online than in my real life. Like, I do have fun sometimes talking about it in real life, but then it's also kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only person I like talking about Likewise with in real life is Sam.
Right. That's so funny. And our guests.
Even then, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, oh, you know I have a podcast. Cool. Don't talk to me about it. But no, please talk to me about it because I need to get better. But yeah, that's
Like practice.
here I am saying that's all we have, but then we still have like song of the week and our outro and stuff to do. So we'll see how long that all takes.
Right. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was 10:15.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Totally fine.
So this week,
Not to interrupt.
our first episode of season 5, first episode of 2024. It's so fun. Also, how fun is it that this is coming out on January 1st, not just our regular Saturdays?
Monday.
I know this is a Monday, so we'll see how
Ooh.
good, how well this episode does. But it's fine. But yeah, so we thought so. I made a comment on our doc song of the week. I said, set the tone for the year, mini playlist, like just giving ideas, because like, well, song of the week, I guess, but it's also the first episode, so maybe like we want to like say, oh, this is the song that I want to define my year, like this is my song of the year or something, or like maybe a mini playlist because like we love doing that, or you know, whatever. And Sam said yes. So I was like, oh,
I just
okay,
really,
cool.
I really interpreted that as you just asking if we could do mini playlists. I just thought you wanted to do more than one song.
No, I was saying ideas, but cool.
Oh,
No,
love
you're
that.
fine.
That's why I said yes. I actually used the doc's auto reply feature where like I clicked to reply and it suggested that I say yes, and
That
so
is
I
so
clicked
funny.
it.
Oh,
It's even funnier like that.
I just clicked on it too, and my auto replies are yay, me too, and then like the two like pink hearts, like the big one and then the small one.
That's funny.
Okay. Anyways, so we've got really, really mini playlists today. Like they're 3 songs each. I think they both
Right.
came. Well, I did mine off of my on repeat because that's what Sam said was on hers.
Same.
Okay, cool. So I just copied Sam basically. So Sam, what is your mini playlist for the year? Well, not for the year. Well, just for this first episode. My bad.
Yeah, yeah, these are the only songs you get all year. So
Yeah, you
my
can only
first
listen to
one-
these 3 songs all year.
Wow, Spotify Wrapped. Really looking forward to it. Okay, I need to stop. I need to stop rolling with this joke. Anyways,
so
so
funny.
my first one is "One of Your Girls" by Tracy Sivan because I honestly think this was the last song I was listening to in my car when I got home today. So it's kind of stuck in my head, and it was at the top of my on repeat. And then my next one, oh my goodness. Actually, this could be my song of the year for real. "See You" by Jijits. I think, guys, and you know, you can laugh. It's an EDM artist, so it's supposed to be like, it's not like that's that person's name. Like,
Oh no, I feel like that's the government name.
ooh, or do we think it's Jiggits?
I thought it was
No, I
Jiggits.
think it's. Oh, that would kind of make sense because it's Jiggits. Yeah, okay, it's
I
one of the
don't
two. I should have done more research on them and seen if they pronounce it at any point. But I didn't really. Okay, so I found this song like on New Music Friday, and I'm obsessed with it. And I like used it in like little real like most of us.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm obsessed with this song, and I've listened to it every day.
And they like
when I
commented on
posted
your
that-
TikTok or
They
something.
commented on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I went to their profile, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's them in real life. And it's funny that I just like found the song that way, and then now I like see them on TikTok, and I'm like, ooh, yes, I want to follow them and interact with them. So yeah, that song. And then my last one is "That's What Makes Me Love You" by The Regrets, because it was also on my on repeat, and it's just a very catchy, chill, neutral pop song. Yeah.
Nice. That's so fun. Mine. They're not as cool as Sam's. Okay, my first one. Guess who it's by? The band Camino. It's 214. And I was looking it up because obviously I had to make sure that it's not already on our Song of the Week playlist. Some way, somehow, it's not. Like, we've never used 214 as our Song of the Week before, which is very interesting. But we have used 13 other band Camino songs. So this is just number 14 to the list. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. This is number 14 and it's 214. Wow.
Wow.
And then I just love that song. And, you know, last episode in Spotify Wrapped episode, I said my prediction said that I think the band Camino is going to be my number one artist of the year. They're at least going to be in my top five, I feel like. If they're not, then something's happening. Um, but yeah, classic song, love it. And then my second one is If You're Too Shy, Let Me Know by the 1975. It's just, I think that's my favorite 75 song right now. I told Sam that the other day and she's like, ha 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 ha. It's just so fun. And it's like such like a dancey song and it's like
I just for some reason will like never not associate you with like Me and You Together song. I don't know why I always think of you with that song.
I do love Me and You Together song. That one is like that's a
It just
top
makes me think of
five.
you.
That's a top five song for me for sure. For sure. Well, top five 1975 song for sure. Maybe not like top five ever song. Anyways, and then finally my third one. Can you guess it? It's by Lainey. You could you guess all three of these artists? Most likely yes. Ha 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 ha. Because he says predictable, and I'm okay with that. I've just had to become okay with that at this point. Anyways, it's Sugar and Cinnamon by Lainey, and it's so fun. And I picked this one because I couldn't pick another song because I already used it.
Also, fun fact, 214 was my number one song of 2022.
Oh,
I probably listened to it, according to Spotify, 28 times. I feel like I feel like it was a lower number than that last year.
yeah, I want to say it was like
Because I know the year before that it was like 19 for my top song, and I was like, what?
oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't even know. I Sam, maybe you should do an experiment and just like have one song on a playlist and then just like play it so many times.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'll do an experiment this year. I'm just kidding.
Make sure it's a good song though. Make it 214. That's a
Right.
classic.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wow, first episode of 2024. It's done. Oh, so sad, but also like so exciting. I loved it. I thought it was so fun. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place, even though it most definitely was.
Yo, it was for sure.
No doubt about it. Again, new year, same us. And, as always, follow us on whatever streaming platform you use and rate and review on whatever streaming platform you use because that's so fun. Because you could be like notified when a new episode drops and then also rate and review because that's fun. Push it out to other people. Oh my gosh. If you're on Spotify, you can answer our Q&As. Maybe we should start doing polls too. That
Yes.
can be fun. I don't know. Are the Q&As like intimidating? We don't like do anything with it. We just look at it. But they're fun. Anyways,
Right.
but yeah, it's so good. So fun. I'm so stoked for what the rest of 2024 has for us. Season 5 is already off to such a fun and great start. And yeah, Sam, thanks so much for spending another evening with me and can't wait for all the rest to come.
Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you all.
Bye.